Welcome to the 24th edition of the Journal's That Was the Week That Was show, or What Happened in the Highlands Area This Week. Let's get started. No word yet on a suspicious fire that apparently claimed the lives of two area residents at Wildan Lane last Sunday. The Virginia State Police is handling the matter. When deputies arrived, the structure had burned to the ground. RDS Recycling President Joe Benedetto showed up at the Covington City Council meeting on Tuesday with a plan that doesn't require sorting of recyclables. The city appears to want to make a deal to replace its former relationship with Jackson River Enterprises.
We feel because we have the machinery to separate the different items, and because when you collect items and you mix them all in the same container together, you can actually get more items in there rather than having to worry about one of your recycle bins is filled and you have to remove your container.
The Allegheny Bath Highland Bar Association was recognized Thursday by the Virginia State Bar for the successful implementation of its Senior Law Day program held last year at DSLCC. More than 200 people showed up to learn a great deal more about Virginia law. Former Allegheny High School track star Delethea Quarles is now a celebrated coach at the University of South Carolina. She showed up at the Allegheny County Board of Supervisors on Tuesday and told the group she was proud to represent both her country and her home area.
I stand here besides the fact of the support and the love of my family that's been with me since birth, but the rest of the community that helped me to get to this place. And I still, regardless of the issues that goes on in our country, I'm still very proud to be from here, and I'm proud to represent my country. It's an honor, a lot of stress to go to another country to carry our flag, but I still carry it with pride. And
Allegheny County Administrator John Lanford surprised the supervisors Tuesday night with a frank assessment of the Allegheny Foundation's attitude on working with the county and the city of Covington on economic development. Crickets, he said.
August of last year, a group of us met with some folks from the Allegheny Foundation, and we presented a scenario to them that we thought was very reasonable for moving economic development forward in the community. And it was a partnership similar to what they had done in Botetourt County, and it was utilizing the joint revenue sharing agreement that we had put in place with the city of Covington, and we were interested in seeing if the foundation would be a partner with us. So I stand in front of you tonight 12 months later still with no answer. So I think that answers the question, and just so you know, we'll continue to work on other avenues to move that project forward and develop a site in the Highlands. But it is somewhat disappointing given the fact that we started the process in 2012 through the Vision 2025 effort that they shepherd. The joint revenue sharing agreement's a direct result of that. It was a huge eye-opener for a lot of folks in the community that didn't realize just the lack of product that we have available for economic development. We don't have a site ready. We don't have a building ready. There's been a lot of work since 2012 to position us to be able to develop a site, to be competitive in economic development. The reality is Allegheny County and the city of Covington don't have the financial horsepower to do it independently, and that's why we put the joint revenue sharing agreement into place. But it had always been our hope that by showing the fact that we were willing to work cooperatively between the two local governments to move economic development forward in the Highlands, that the foundation would come along and be a partner with us. But I think the answer that we've received, which is essentially crickets, has told us that that's not going to be reality, and we need to look to move forward in some other form or fashion. So your staff will continue to work on that effort.
Allegheny Supervisor Joan Van Arsdale reminded everybody on Tuesday that state funding for the Longdale Recreation Area, better known as Green Pastures, remains on the chopping block. She urged everybody to email the legislators. Journal TV's interview series, known as Movers and Shakers, now includes Teresa Hammond, Pam Marshall, Tom Seibold, and Chuck Unruh, with many more to come. Find them all on the Journal's quickly expanding Facebook page. Some members of the Committee on Joint School Services want to know what the various subcommittees are doing and have concluded, and they want to be able to inform their various constituencies about it as well.
I think we need the summary to get the fact sheet together. I would almost say I was attacked last night, for lack of a better word, about how this thing's going. And what the person had received was a bunch of misinformation. And if we had a fact sheet, it would be a whole lot easier to say, here's what's the truth. You know, I had to go through item by item to kind of explain where everything was at.
This group should be able to see everything, the whole picture, even though if it don't go to the requirements of the code, but we should be able to see the whole picture.
Two area loggers, Jackie Smith and Lee Brown, asked the Allegheny County Board of Supervisors for personal property tax relief for forest management equipment. They got it. And thanks for joining us today for our 24th show in this series. With more than 11,370 Facebook followers now, your readership is very much appreciated. See you right here again next week.
Pre-planning a funeral presents a loving and considerate gift to your family. Making decisions now provide a framework for future choices. We invite you to stop by the funeral home. Let us answer any questions you may have about pre-funding or pre-arranging a funeral service.